Texas will be affected if numerous rare plants are added to the threatened or endangered list by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Researchers with Tarleton State University have determined specific areas of the state that have existing populations or that could support these plants.
From a planning perspective, what it means is if they're in an area where they're going to be disturbed by a project, we have to go through a separate coordination process with the Fish and Wildlife Service before the project can be environmentally cleared and go to construction. So that adds time and energy and effort to the planning process.
We determined 17 species that were considered as rare and which needs to be taken care of at this point. So the need basically was to figure out what are the potential distribution of these species in the state of Texas.
They go in and they basically take known locations and habitat parameters that are described from those known locations, and they plug those into a GIS-based model, and it predicts areas on the landscape where you would expect to have similar habitat conditions.
So basically what we have, the output of the project is we have distribution maps for all these species.
And then they send a team of folks out to go and actually look in these higher probability areas and try to determine if the plants are actually there or if the communities of plants that are found with them are there.
Let's say if TxDOT has certain project and they can overlay the location of their projects above these maps, and they can see whether any project will interfere distribution areas of these species.
So we really wanted to have kind of a broad group of stakeholders involved so that these models would be useful to TxDOT, but also useful to the regulatory agencies for other purposes as well. And so if there's things we could do with these models to make them more useful, not just for our purposes, but also for the other stakeholders, then that was something that we talked about potentially doing.
For more information and to find the publications for this project, please visit the TxDOT Research Library at the link shown below.